In our weekly watch, the Cambridge Analytica whistleblower's latest claims could lead to the Trump-Russia investigation. Chris Wylie has told CBC News and The Guardian that the British Columbia startup Aggregate IQ operated as, quote, an internal department of Cambridge Analytica. It didn't have a website and no contact number. That's what he says. AIQ says it is a privately owned Canadian company and denies close ties to Cambridge Analytica and its parent company, SCL. 3 weeks ago on the show, we were the first to tell you that Aggregate IQ ran the digital operation for Senator Ted Cruz's 2016 campaign and that it had ties to American billionaire Robert Mercer and former White House strategist Steve Bannon. But when Mercer, Bannon and Cambridge moved their support over to the Trump campaign, the Canadian startup wasn't asked along. We don't know why, but here's one possible explanation. Cambridge Analytica whistleblower Chris Wylie says the campaign was concerned about foreign nationals working on the U.S. election as early as 2014.
Rudy Giuliani's law firm actually sent us a memo to Steve Bannon, Rebecca Mercer, and Alexander Nix that actually outlined the fact that in the United States you cannot run campaigns with foreign citizens who aren't permanent residents. And they were also warned that the company shouldn't be sending foreign citizens to go and run American campaigns.
And we know that many of AIQ's election tools were the property of Cambridge Analytica's parent company, SCL. When I asked AIQ co-founder Jeff Sylvester 3 weeks ago about whether he worked for the Trump campaign, he denied any involvement, saying, "We have not worked with any Trump political action committees or for the Trump campaign itself." But then this week, we learned from the Washington Post that special counsel Robert Mueller, you've heard that name, is investigating President Donald Trump's campaign and the data mining firm Cambridge Analytica. It's important to mention here that while AIQ was cleared in 2 previous investigations by the UK Election Commissioner, that inquiry has now been reopened, and as you just heard, the British Columbia Privacy Commissioner is investigating too. And now that Chris Wylie has alleged the Canadian startup was so closely tied to Cambridge Analytica, we'll be watching to see if AIQ forms part of yet another inquiry in yet another jurisdiction.